Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Lucas and today I just want to share a quick little lovable project that I built that I'm actually building on with a friend and client of mine. And it's basically finding a product page in a Shopify site and kind of dividing the different sections. So we have like section 1 over here, we have section 2 which is the title, section 3 which is this main description, then we have the reviews, the size or the volume, the benefits, the price, the video, FAQs, how to use key ingredients, and more, right? So basically getting all using Lovable to add a link, and then it generates different sections that it's scraped from that website. And then what you can do is just generate a CSV of that file and bring it into Framer and kind of portray it in a way, just basically dropping all of that information into Framer. So yeah, basically I want to just show you kind of how it works. So I'd have to first get my API key from OpenAI. So I'm just going to save that. Okay, so this is not working. Let's see. And then, okay, let's get the Firecrawl one. So I'm just going to have to go to my dashboard and copy this API key, and Firecrawl is basically the one that does the scraping. And then I'm going to add this link from this website, parse product page. It's going to parse, and let's wait for it to process. And then boom, we have different sections. We have the titles, we have the reviews, we have images, and more. And what I've also done is that, sometimes there's a few errors when you bring this information in. So what you can do is, delete certain sections or certain parts of the text like this, click on save. And then once that's saved, right? And let's say for this one, it kind of did it not so correctly. We want to, for example, only have this over here, right? So we can delete all of this and we can delete what's below, which is a lot of stuff, and just keep this, right? And once we click on save, we can click download CSV, and it downloads a CSV file, and we can go into Google Sheets and we can open that file, and basically it's going to have that saved information that we corrected afterwards. So let's just open this, and you'll see once it's opened that we have this title that's Power Potion with this little symbol on the very right, not with many spaces, and we just have this text over here, right? So this is a good way of doing this. And then eventually what you can do is you can share this link, go into Framer, open a new CSV, or go to adding a Google Sheets with a plugin. So let me just delete this. Adding a Google Sheets plugin, Google Sheets CSV, and basically inserting the data and creating a CMS page from that. So if this sounds interesting for you guys on how to build something like this with Lovable, let's get started, because there's a little process behind this, and I just kind of want to show you guys that whole process. So in Lovable, you can see the history of your chat. So I went all the way up. I think I did like 20 prompts or 30, something like that. So we're going to go, step by step and use the same type of prompting here so we can get something similar. And by the way, if you're interested in this, this little beta project, I have it for free down in the description below. You can go ahead and copy that to your Lovable project. So by the way, let's just start here. So it says, hi there, I need to create an app where I can submit a product page link for from an e-commerce store. I'm going to put, and the app can generate a site link that with all the text divided by the page section, and then generate a CSV file. Okay, so let's just do something very similar. Hi there, I need to create an app where I can submit a product page link of an e-commerce store, and the app can generate a site link with all the text. A site link. Okay, I don't really remember what I meant by this. And then generate a CSV file that contains each section of that page. So let's just start off like this. And I'm going to basically go in the same type of, direction as this. So it's going to be generating something now. So I'm excited to create a minimal yet elegant app. So it says in this original one, it says I'll create a sleek minimalist web application, and then we get a different type of answer. I'm just curious to see the difference between the designs. We have like this nice design. It's basically very similar to what we have in the beginning. So this turning little icon, the logo, right? E-commerce product page parser. And then we have this little description, and then we have these API keys that I actually add at the end of this prompt, and then we have this URL, enter URL section. So here it's still building, and just to wait while it builds, I want to kind of I want to remind myself what it said afterwards. So your e-commerce product page parser is now ready. It features a clean Apple-inspired interface and smooth animations, right? And then it says, what next? Refine and customize master prompting. Okay. So now, and then the next thing I want to add is when I add a link to process parse link results give me wrong information. Okay, so it's basically giving me dummy information. I think that's the case, right? So let's just wait for this to be finished. So we do get a different design, which is interesting. This one gave us this design, the original one, and this one looks a little bit different. It still looks really clean. I really like the design that Lovable gives. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this page and paste this here. And it's going to analyze product page. It gives me like a different type of loader, which is also nice. It's cool to compare the differences. And you can try this out by yourself. Maybe add some references to designs if you want. And the generating does take a little bit slower time than with my original one. It takes like around 10 seconds more. Here it takes like a good 5 to 10 seconds. Here it's like maybe 15 to 20. But it worked, so I'm just gonna do this. So successfully extracted 9 content sections. So we have the product title, we have the directions and tips. And by the way, it does it correctly already, like it's already working because I don't understand why. I guess it's because I already integrated this Firecrawl before. But it also added a few sections that we don't really need. And it called this 5 stars. We want to call it review. So we have to just jot down these different things that we need to correct. And so let's just do that. There are a few things that need correcting. So we have the first thing, which is so product title seems to be good. Directions and tips. So they're kind of putting everything all in this one thing. So let me go back here. And do this again. So power portion, hair growth. It should start with hair growth. See if we can find that. Okay. Directions and tips should be called description. So let's just start with the titles first. By changing the titles so we don't go so deep into these descriptions yet. So key ingredients is good. Much more on. So section 3 can be deleted because there's nothing really there. Section 4, features and benefits. Section 4 should be called features and benefits. Now we go for the next one. Ingredients is fine. Frequently asked questions. Okay, cool. So it's already doing that with the FAQs. In mine, it didn't really work with the FAQs. Interestingly. So let's analyze this. So that is going good. Ingredients is called ingredients. Crown polisher should be called price. Oh no, I don't know what that's for. So crown polisher should be deleted. And 5 stars should be called reviews. We are missing a price section. We are missing a video section. We are missing an images section. Okay, so what I want to do is I can actually give it a few things to kind of look at. So I took a few screenshots yesterday. Which one was it? It was like a good one that I took. I think I downloaded this here. Yeah, it's this one. So if I double click this, you're gonna see, so these are the product images, and it looks like this. So I'm gonna basically give this image as reference and send this out and see what it generates. Now it works so fast with me to actually get the real data because I already have this Firecrawl connected to my Lovable account, but it's going to ask you to connect it somehow. So if I go to this original one, it says you'll now need to sign up for Firecrawl and enter it in the new API key form. So basically I did that, and I guess it's saved now with Lovable, which is great. So yeah, this is just basically something to be aware of. So when I add a link, the process parse link results give me wrong information. How can we get the exact info? So it says I understand, and to get actual content from a website, we need to implement a real web scraping functionality. So let me implement a solution using the Firecrawl service, which is designed for web scraping, and then basically adding that API key. So that's just something for you guys to keep in mind for your project. And now this finished. So let's just go ahead and add this again, analyze, and we have product title. Let me see if things, okay, so this still hasn't been fixed. Ingredients hasn't been fixed. This has to be fixed. 2, 3, 4. So it deleted those sections, but it didn't. So I'm going to say the renaming of the sections didn't work. Let me see if there's a price and video section. So there is no price and video section. So let's just send that over as well. And another thing that you notice from what I did here was that, I mean, we can see that in the beginning of the video where I was basically editing the different boxes. I added this manual edit function. So whenever you see something is wrong, you can click on that little pen button and manual edit that section. So that's eventually something that we're going to have to do here as well. So let me just do this. I also added an AI section, but actually we don't really need that because it's basically there. It's an OpenAI API that integrates with this app. And if you want to rephrase something, you can click on it. But we don't really need that because we want the exact information. So yeah, just wanted to share that. Okay, so now it's corrected the problem with the different titles. And now I want to kind of edit these things, right? Like I mentioned before. So please add the function. So I have it written down somewhere here, and we can kind of use the same one. I just have to look for it. Okay, so let's just get this. Let's copy this, bring this in here, Shift Enter. Let's go back here. And then I have this. So this is the editing thing, and this is for the OpenAI function. And now what I want to do is I want to do, whenever you edit a section, you can save it and it'll be updated in the CSV file. So let's just add these two things in the prompt and see what it cooks up. Okay, so Lovable has basically added the ability to edit each section's content with a simple edit save workflow. Okay, so let's go here, copy this again, paste this over here, analyze, and now you can see there's this edit button, and I'm gonna go ahead and edit this one. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this one. I don't know why it looks like this, but let's just see. Save, and we can download CSV, and I just want to make sure that this is, all true. And another important thing is to format the CSV in a way that you can easily import it into Framer, because if you want to import it into Framer, you have to make sure that the section titles are on the top in the first row, and they are not. You see, they're all down here like this. So, but okay, and it also didn't work with the saving. I mean, it worked here, but it didn't work here. I wonder. Oh, because I didn't click on the save. Okay, it should work anyways. So we have these different images. Okay, great. So now the next thing is that we need to format this CSV in a different way. So instead of having the titles in the first column, the titles have to go in the first row. So we can just say that the CSV file format must be a bit different. We have to, instead of the section titles going in the first column, they should be on the first row, and their corresponding content should go below them. So let's just write that and see what they make with this. So it has been updated. So let's just go back, copy this, and paste this here. Analyze. And what we're gonna do now is wait. Gotta wait a little bit. Like I said, this one's gonna take around 10 to 20 seconds. In my other one that I built yesterday, it takes around 5 to 10 seconds. So that's kind of strange. I don't know why it, this one takes longer than the other one. So now it's basically refreshed. And let's go ahead and edit these things. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this, click on save, edit this, just leave this one, and click on save. And for these key ingredients, let's just delete this. Let's make it a little bit more, how would you say, formatted in a way. So rice water. We can put all of this like this. I mean, it's just okay with one of these. Okay, so I understand. So this is like the little title. And this one is this one. Let's just save this. Let's delete the rest and save it like this. Boom. And for this one, we can go like this. So this one's still called directions and tips. It's supposed to be called descriptions. but let's just leave it like that. And delete this. We have the same repetitive one, so that must also go away. And then we have the FAQs, which need to be better formatted, but you get the idea. I just want to show you kind of the beta version of how this works. So we save these different sections. Let's click on download CSV. We downloaded it. Let's go back to our Google Sheets and let's open this to see how this looks like with the new format. Click on upload. We click on browse, and then we click on this one, open. Let's cross our fingers. And yes, it's working fine, right? And it's updated. So you can see product title is Power Potion. And then we have this $44. So that's great. That's great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this into Framer. So this is kind of like the main goal of what we wanted. So let's bring this into Framer. So in Framer, I have this new project. Nothing's built yet. I have no CMS. But what we're going to do is we're going to import a CMS from Google Sheets. We're going to just call this like test for today. Create. And what we need to do is we need to go back to Chrome, click on share, make this anyone with the link. And let's copy the link. I'm curious to see if I put editor. Let's copy this link and let's go back to Framer and let's paste this. And then we have this page, right, where it says over here. So going back to Framer, let's put on next. And then we have a few things. We have the product title, which can be a string. We have the price, which is a number. We have the images, which is a formatted text. We can actually use a link for this, but I would put formatted text because this is a collection of images and eventually you just need one image, right? So video would be a link, I would say. And then we have a bunch of formatted text. So let's just get started and boom, we have this going on. So that's great. For the YouTube video, it's just youtube.com, so it didn't really parse it correctly. And let's go ahead and see this. So it's looking good. And this is just kind of like the initial way of doing this. So you want to go to CMS page. You want to go to test, which is the name of your CMS, and click on details page. And now, boom, we have this large collection of different parsed data. And I mean, these are the images, for example, but we can just delete these. And these are the different sections. So let's just see what this is called. This is the directions one. Then we have the different other sections. So we have key ingredients, which is somewhere down here. Yeah, right here. We have the ingredients. So this is also repetitive. So these are the different things that we can add to Framer, but we need to format this correctly in order for it to work, right? So this is the next thing. And this 5 stars, which should be called reviews, should be the reviews. But then let's say we want to duplicate this and we want to link this to something else. Let's say we want to put a, how would you say? We can even put like a YouTube thing. So I can delete this. So I can get this big text and I can remove the content variable and put another thing like, say the price or the product title, and we can put that at the very top, right? So now we're going to have that edited product title like this, and we can, style this to be a little bit bigger. We even have the title here, so we can do that up there, but let's just delete this for now, right? And so this is kind of like the very, very beta version of this. We're trying to bring in stuff and create a page that eventually will look similar to this or your own design and in Framer, right? So I think in order to have a better understanding of this, I'm just gonna delete a few images from here. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete these and save. So we only have this one image. For this YouTube video, I'm just gonna go ahead and choose So I'm just going to choose this link over here. And I know that I can get some type of other link like this one, right? So I'm going to replace it with this. And boom. So we have one image. We're going to have this title. Save. We're going to have this with only one. Save. We're going to have this as just this first part. So this is going to be like the description. Delete. Save. Key ingredients. We're just going to have the different key ingredients and give it like a nice spacing between everything else. So I'm just going to format all of this. So I'll just press play again whenever I'm done. So I just edited everything over here, and what we're going to do is the following. We're going to just download the CSV again and try to import it into Framer again. So I'm going to go back here and do this, right? Like the same process, upload, open, and get this one that's pretty new, yes. And what we can do is just check to see if everything is right. I added a new YouTube link, so that must be working. And I want everything to be in a, text format somehow. So especially the YouTube and the image. So let's go ahead and do that. I mean, the image can be an image. Let's see. So, okay, again, I'm just going to go ahead and click on anyone with the link. Let's make this editor it doesn't have to be editor. I'm just like checking out to see if that is a better option. We go to Framer and we can go to our CMS and we add a new collection, and we can call this one test 2. Create. And then we just paste this, we choose this. Let's make everything a string, even the price, because I don't really want that number. I mean, we can make it a number, why not? Actually, no, let's just leave it a string, a number. Image can be an image, so let's just, see how that works. This can be a string, formatted text, string. Let's put formatted text, and let's just click this, and it says failed to construct URL. So that means that there's like something over here that's not really working. I think it's this one. So yeah. So we got product title, the slug, which generates automatically. We got the price, we got the image, we got the video, we got the description, key ingredients. This one we can just delete. We didn't really need it. FAQs and the ratings. So now what we can do is we can go back to pages, click on a new CMS page, test to detail, and it's looking a little bit more structured. Obviously it's still not perfect, but it's looking more structured. And I'm just curious to see how we can do this with the YouTube video. So if I were to go here, click on YouTube and bring this somewhere down here, we can somehow add this link to video. Oh, and there we have it. That's it. And then we can change this to another type of style, like a H1 that can be somewhat in their style. So I have to just check and see what kind of font this is. This is like a serif font. So we can just choose one type of serif font, Ambroise. I don't think we have that, so let's just choose another type of serif font. And this is going to be bigger. It's going to be like 54. And it's going to be black and not gray. So let's just remove this. And let's give it a nice serif font. So let's put serif. This one looks pretty good. And let's make it maybe medium, right? So we have this going on. This is looking good. Now we have this image. So we can delete this one, but this image is the one that's, I'm kind of curious to see how this would look like. So I can add a frame, go like this, and the fill can be image. Okay, so this is not really gonna work. I guess, and what's cool about the Framer Google Sheets Framer plugin is that we can, edit certain things. So I can go delete this, get this, put this here, and it's gonna look like very small. So maybe we can remove this. So again, I'm just experimenting here. I don't know if what I'm doing is the right thing. Okay, now it looks better. Okay, so we can keep it like this, and we can, save this. It's already automatically saved, so we go back to Framer, and we go back here, and it is like this. Let's see if I sync this, it's gonna change. Yep, it changes, but we need to resync this so that we can, or just go like this and change this. So we have images, and we can make this as an image. Okay, it doesn't really work. URL or link is the next one. Okay, we can try to do it like that. So I'm gonna set this fill to images. No, it's still not doing it. So this is where we gotta, think a little bit and see how to do this. So we got this link, but we want it to be an image. Probably there's a way to image format framer CSV. So CSV import. We can look at this kind of tutorial and see how the images should be formatted. I don't really have any images, to be honest. Color, tint. It would be nice if there was some images, but there's not really images in this video. Okay, we'd have to see. So images from URLs will be automatically downloaded from the original source. Images in your CSV content must be URLs to an image. Okay. So they are URLs. Maybe we just have to style this, like, go here and edit this. HTTP// HTTP, sorry. Right? Oh, HTTPS. I don't know. Let's click on this, and yes, we do have this. So let's just save this. We resync it in Framer. Sync. And we manage. And it'll be amazing if this can sync as an image, and it's working. Okay, cool. Now we have the image. So we just had to format that a bit. Now what we can do is, like I was showing you with this frame, we can just go like this and add the images, right? So we have this one image. Obviously, it would be nice to have the different images. This is just like the beginning, right? I'm just showing you the beginning today. So then what you can do is just style these things to be, like a stack. Add a stack, make this look like this. Maybe put this one afterwards and make this a fill width, and maybe get this and put this line on top. Give it a nice little gap here. And then instead of images here, this can be the description. So we can put, which one was it? The directions and tips. Perfect. So it's starting to look a little bit more like this original one, right? I think it's going to take some more time for it to look like that, but we're doing it slowly. So this key ingredients can also go here, for example, and we can put this video also in here. And this one, okay, so let's make this a fill width. Perfect. So this is all fill width. Great. And this one can have like a nice sticky position where all of these can be overflow visible, perfect, and overflow visible. So if I were to press play, this can stay at the top. And you can already start building something like that. I do think that this page has a lot of, gaps here and there. This stack should be set to fill and not fixed. And let's just put all of these into one stack. Or we can just put a stack here and give this a radius of padding, sorry. So we can put 60 on the right, 60 on the left, boom. Starting to look more and more like a product page. I think this needs to have a little bit more width, perfect, just like that. And as you see, it's starting to look more and more like this, right? Still needs some nice fine tuning. For example, we can go back to Framer and make this a type of style where we have it a little bit more custom. Obviously, it would be really nice if we can edit the information here as well. But yeah, this is basically like a nice little example. We can put these together into its own stack and kind of give this a nice gap between each other, like 60. And these key ingredients, for example, we can also kind of make them in a different style. Put them more closer to each other. And boom, have something like this. And then over here, for example, we can also put this into its own stack. Make these guys fill. It's already filled, but it has a max width, so let's remove that. And we can give this a nice padding on the right and left. And this is basically, the first draft of how you would do that, right? So put these together, and then we can just give some nice gap here to this main stack, something like 60, and give this also a nice style that it's not so, right? So that's basically it. This is like a quick little, video showing you how to get data from a specific product site and bring this into Framer, right? With some little bit of manual tweaking, but yeah, it's really good for an MVP if you want to, build landing pages really quickly by getting information from another landing page, doing it, bringing it into Framer, and boom, trying to actually build something that like a redesign, and send them an email maybe and say, hey, look at this redesign that I made with your content. Tell me if you like this or not. We can, work together somehow. So yeah, guys, hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Again, the remix link, or the remix link to this is down in the description below. You can use it for your own good use and explore further. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.